Yes, today we're talking about something very, very, very controversial when it comes to the Gen Zs, their parents. Um, it affects their relationship one way or the other until when they are proven to actually know what they're doing. And by the time they come back with the trophies and say, Father, Mother, I have been able to, you know, settle this cause by making sure I have cleared all the papers. You mean you want me to go and study? I have studied too. I'm here, I am, I'm presenting it to you. They will now tell you, Mommy, Daddy, I want to go and be a singer. I want to be a musician. I want to, that unseriousness that you see in me. Then, okay, I'm putting this by the side. This is what I want to go for. And so we're looking at this beautiful topic, handling career issues with parents. Handling career issues with parents. And there is no other person I can bring in to come and talk. But this wonderful personality that has always, you know, put things together in his own best way, and which I believe each time it comes up, it will give us delivery. I'm talking about a writer, an author, a reviewer, a book reviewer, a motivational speaker. Ha ha ha. I shall continue. You know who I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about someone who can also walk you through the steps of a relationship and also counsel you when you're going out of that path that you're supposed to be working with in your relationship, in your marriage, in your home. Talking about Godwin Robinson. He is the CEO of Rainbird Nigeria Limited, and we are honored to have him this morning. He has not checked out of the country.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I call him Bishop, and he's also Odogu. If you want to find him on TikTok and Instagram, look for Odogu, and you see Godwin. GNR, yes, GNR.
You are giving me one.
Yes, I think we have to put one or hashtag, so that there will not be any other one.
GNR.
GNR, Odogu GNR. You will see him. It's so good to have you this morning.
My pleasure. Gratitude, how are you? You guys are looking great.
You are looking good, come and collected.
Thank you. I didn't know it's going to look like that. And Olori, you're looking fantastic.
It is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our sight.
Thank you.
Thank God he's a man of the word. So he's not just having all those credits. The credit is to God who has given him that idea. So, Odogu, I want to ask this morning, did you have any, I don't know whether you grew up with your parents, but I will need to, you know, some lost their parents before they could even grow.
Yes, okay.
And so that's why I want to put the question to you. How was it like growing up, picking a career for yourself? You finished primary and secondary school, and now you want to go into the university. And this is what you want to pick, and this is what your parents are like. If you are not a medical doctor, if you are not a lawyer, which is another one, you are not an engineer. And those are the things that were really. Have you ever said be a teacher?
No.
It's difficult. It's rare, very rare.
Business owners, no, they don't want that.
So you know those doctors, lawyers in those days carry weights, get feather, very strong feather that go through like eagle. Did you have any encounter like that with your parents?
Thank you very much. I count this another opportunity again for us to be together, then also trying to re-engineer the family, fix some certain things, and then put things right. Because the strength of every society is determined by the strength of the family. So when the family is healthy, everything then is healthy, and you are very sure of that. So today we're having a lot of challenges in society because a lot of parents are not doing a very good job. Not because they don't want to, sometimes because of the hustles and the challenges and everything pulling them. Now that question you asked me, thank you. Of course, most of us, we had that challenge growing up. Some parents, they came with a fixated mind that, look, 3 of my children are going to be engineers, 2 are going to be medical doctors, and then the last son must have to learn skill. You know, when they have already said all this, then they'll have to box you into that situation. So, of course, I knew what my parents wanted me to be, but it never felt that way. And then I had to follow a very, very uncommon route, which I know a lot of our listeners also went through the same route. So I experienced it, and it was not always very easy. But it's always there, and it's still happening today. The generation X that we give birth to the generation Z are also doing the same thing again, because that's exactly what they carried over. So you have that spillover, and it's coming, it's bringing a lot of tension, a lot of challenges, and a lot of purposes and destinies, and people that are wired to become something are being lost, and it's not supposed to be so.
So I want to ask, how do we now navigate a situation where your career, aspirations, conflicts with your parents, ideologies and expectations? How do you navigate? How do you manage it? The Gen Zs of now will say, "Ma, sir, this is what I want to do."
With due respect.
You understand?
You need to add that.
With due respect, I know what I can do. It's not I can't, but let me be. And we, from time to time, even on this program, we've said, give them a room to express themselves. You understand? To express themselves in.
They are here.
That's why she's here. She's here. See, that is your. But I'm also, I love Jens.
Okay, I want to explain. First of all, we have to find out that when you come to National Assembly and you have the honorable members, when they fight, it is because the society has to be in peace. So instead of having one community and another community fighting, it is better somebody from Kogi and then somebody from somewhere, they're having misunderstanding, and then it's also sorted out, and we see how conflicts resolutions take place. Now, we have to first of all understand that the family is not a war front. No, it's not a war front. It is actually a family like it is called. It is where cohesion, where relationship, where everything breathes. But I think I have a problem here where some parents are just very absent in the life of their children. And when it comes to the time of making decisions, then you show up. Then it becomes very difficult. Now, another one again is that we have to, let's drop it on the table to find out and believe that, look, your parents want the best for you. But it's just that what your parents want for you is sustainability, is security, job security. That's what they want. They don't want to have a child that is floating, that is ghosting, that has not been able to find his bearing in the society, that has not been able to know where he's headed to. So they go back to the old template of engineer. That's exactly why. But you see, things have changed. Because when you say engineering now, what kind of engineering are you talking about? Are you talking about marine engineer? Are you talking about, what do you call it, computer engineer? Are you talking about, what kind of engineering are you talking about? Then you talk about medicine. What aspect of medicine? But you see, most of those parents of the Generation X, they came with that template that once you become an engineer, I mean, your job is sustained. There is job security. But today we have a lot of engineers that are working up and down. They don't have anything doing. So children should know that their parents actually want the best for them. But the way they are going about it might not be the way you want. But they want job security. They don't want you to be confused. No parents want to have a child that is confused about tomorrow. None want to have a child that, you're getting old, this child is still floating. Today is doing video editing, and tomorrow is doing ushering, and next tomorrow is doing
content creation.
Yes, and because most times they are boxed into the situation where they think it's about economy, the bank account, what I get. And that's why you see a lot of people today being lost to a particular group of people that are chasing money, and they're ready to do anything because of money, because they have actually been able to measure money as the yardstick for success. That's not success. So children should know that their parents want the best for them. And the parents also should know that my child must not fulfill my dream, but his own dream. So there should be a balancing. That look, my child also has a purpose. And maybe I'm not able to decode the purpose of my child. We have to come together on the table and discuss how. So it's not a problem. It's not supposed to be a problem. But there should be no strife. I want to dishonor my parents because I must have my way. No. Understand that, look, they want the best. It's just like doctor giving injection. You have to show your bum or you show your hands. It's paining you, but you have to. So the child has to know that, look, my parents want the best for me. And then the method of communication of this also, is also very important, because you also have some parents that want to put their foot on the floor and they want to use autocratic measures that they've been using before. Because I want to bring this Olori and gratitude. Raising up children, you should understand that it goes through stages. There is this stage where they are still in the kinder. You have to decide for them and a lot of things. But when they're coming to adolescents and young adults, you have to allow their input into their decision making.
Yes,
You have to make them to
exactly.
understand what decision making is all about. So that's when democracy comes in. That's when you tell them why you do what you do. That's when they begin to ask you questions. Why do you do this? Why do you go about it this? You don't have to get tired. That's when they become very, very inquisitive. You don't you understand? You don't have to become tired explaining to them, because they're also learning the ropes of decision making, which they might not be able to get from school. You see a child that came out with first class, but he cannot even put himself together. So parents should know this, that there should be cohesion. There should be a meeting point. There should be explanation. I want the best. You also want the best. How do we go about it? So it's not war.
Give room for
No, it's not war. Yes, it's not war. Communication, negotiation, explanation, the method of communication also, assimilation and acceptance of the decisions and the views also.
needed.
This is also very, very important.
Thank you.
I completely agree with everything you've said, but you mentioned a part where children tends to get confused that when they're growing up on what they want to be, and parents they always take it upon themselves to make sure you don't get lost in society. But I feel like the underlying problem is the fact that parents at times fail to help children actualize what they really want. You know, while growing up, a child will tell you, let me make this personal. While growing up, I wanted to be so many things at once. I wanted to be a model, I wanted to be an actress, I wanted to be a doctor, all at once. I wanted to be all of this. But what my parents helped me to do was they helped me focus on my strengths. They let me. At the point when I wanted to be a model, my mom would always call me, "Oh, Agbani, there you go." At the point when I wanted to be a doctor, she got me these doctor kits. She indulged me. It's not like she did not at any point tell me, "No, you would not." She let me. So at the point when I was sure that this is what I really want, she supported me, and that helped me. So at the very point when a child is confused on what they want to be, support them. Make sure they realize that you are going to be there every step of the way, and make sure that you find their strength. Make sure you are able to, because believe it or not, not every child are very, very have this capacity
for articulation,
when it comes
to
focus. Yes, some of them have skills in other things, in maybe singing, in football, in skill businesses. Make sure you are able to identify their strength, then push in resources, push in support, both physically and emotionally. Then they will get it right, because it's going to be very hard, very, very, very bad and sad. That's why most times I don't want to blame parents, but will I say parents are like 80% of a contributing factor to most confused Gen Zs right now.
You're very unfair.
No. I'm 80%.
That's too much.
No, I'm not. Do you know? Wait, let me.
Yeah, that's why you're Gen Z.
Let me back up my facts. No. Let me back up my facts. When at a point you're still trying to get a hold of what you really want to do, and they're telling you need to be a doctor, and because they're the one bringing out the money, they're the one financing it, you agree. You spend time going to school, spending 6-7 years getting the degree, and after that you are now at the stage where you want to do what you love. But at this point, you're not even sure of what you really want. You feel like you want to be a content creator. Then it comes with so many pressure of wanting to get to the level where your mates have gotten to. When instead of you to have invested that time you are spent in school doing what you really love, you spent it doing what you didn't like. So now you're not starting afresh. So that's when the pressure now comes in from peers, from society, that you're now going to wrong things you shouldn't even go into. So that's why I said parents are like 80% a contributing factor.
80% is much.
Let me explain. Let me come back to this. Let me help you. You know, we're talking about. I'm happy we have them on the
the
Now look at it this way. I want us to see parenting like a phone producer, a phone manufacturer. Every phone has got its quality.
True.
Yes.
I don't want to mention them so that I don't advertise for people. So there are different phones
with features,
and then people acquire this phone. Some want it because of you can see the two guys that are making problem now because of a fake packaging of a phone.
Yeah.
And at the same time they're also marketing that thing. And at the same time I think that they're actually friends. They're just trying to deceive the society.
Yeah.
Maybe one has paid one to do all this and all that. Now back to it. Parenting demands energy. Parenting demands concentration. Parenting demands availability. Today we have parents that are parenting through proxy, and this is toxic.
Yes.
Now it's just like you're producing this phone, or you have a business, you're running your business, but you're not there. You have strangers doing it for you. What kind of product do you want to come? Want it to come out? When you see a child that grows up, a child is a makeup, is a combination of the parents' input and the teachers' input, and then the society's input. I don't know if you get that.
Yeah.
So it's coming from 3 different channels. Now, some parents do not, because of maybe struggles they're going through or whatever they're going through, you see them focus on providing for school fees, providing for food, putting food on the table. Now, they don't have time for what I call mentoring. There is a part of mentoring. You cannot mentor somebody who you don't understand, who you don't know. So this child, you must also understand, your child A and child B might not be the same. They might look alike. They might even be twins. But you have to, some will be able to find their focus on time and find their destination they're going on time at early stage. While some will find it at mid-time in life. So it is also left for these parents to be able to put, that's why you're two, the man and the woman. You put your head together to observe. So your child is telling you, this is what I want to be. Now, another one is this. You just said something about modeling, and it reminded me of one of my daughters. Okay, she was coming out from, not 1, 2, 3.
Wow. I mean,
yes. So, and they were talking about all this modeling stuff. And I sat her down to say, the first one that started the journey, I said, I love modeling. You see, I agree to disagree so that I can be able to get you. I love modeling. These are the good things about modeling. These are good things about it. And I'm sure that they chose you for this because you're beautiful. She said, yes. I said, that's good, but I want you to go and do this, do this, do this. If you do this finding, do this research, bring it back to me and let us talk about it. And then when she now came back, I sat her down and I said, you see, that's good. I don't want you to miss it. But let's keep it as second and third options. Now, have you not seen models? If you say yes, when you see them on the wrong way, they'll say, this one studied this one studied this, this one studied this. None of them actually pursued modeling without any other thing. And life is very, very important and very difficult these days that you cannot travel with just one chain. You have a dog and you have just one chain. It's going to break, and if break, he loses everything. So what are we trying to say here is that parents should be able to pay attention to understand who their child is, and also know when peer pressure is coming in. Some children choose a career or begin to float, like what you said. You tried a lot of things. So most of those things you tried were because of your friends around you. Yes, in school. Yes, those were the pictures that you were seeing, and some of them also carried that picture because their parents also had that. Yes, some again because of the movies you watch and all that. At the time in Nigeria, you found out that a lot of people wanted to become Nollywood, whatever. You understand? Because they felt that channel was cheap and easy of making money. Until people began to see some of them go through health challenges and nobody's providing for them, that begin to know that these guys only have popularity, they don't have money. And then that's the problem. People now begin to adjust and begin to look, because people are always looking for the easy way out. So what am I trying to say is that parents should be able to know their children and know who this child is. And follow this child as they travel through life. And know when you have to present some pictures before them. Young adults, you don't force them. In fact, they will become a rebel the moment you begin to force them. Make them understand why you're saying what you're saying. Present their strengths before them. But another thing again you pointed out I want to bring out here is that the strength of a child changes as they grow.
Yes, of course. It does.
Okay. Now the strength of a child changes as they grow. Their focus changes. Their performance and deliveries changes. So you have to also pay attention to these things. Like I always say, some child might be very bright during primary school. Some are brighter when they are in nursery. Some were brighter when they are in secondary school. Some now picked it up when they are in secondary school or in university. So you have to understand these things and don't use a fixated lens to train your children. It's always a problem if you want to get the best from them. Now, I also believe that some children pick a career not because they want, but because of their friends or because of what the society is telling them. You have to also be able to dissect this with them and find out where is this infusion coming in from. Oh yes, where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? Your modeling dream came when you were in secondary school. Yes, they told you are very beautiful, and you're a very beautiful girl. I know that, and I respect that. But another thing again they did was that they didn't know you have so much inside you. Because every human being is multi-talented. So you can't tell me, like me today, I'm multi-talented and I know it. But it took me time to brush up these things. And then when you have a parents who cannot communicate, who do not understand, who are going with the the generation X. They are going with whatever, and they want you to do it the way. Like I said, they don't want the bad thing for you. They want the good thing for you. They want job security. They don't want you to be confused. They want you also to be able to sit in their seats when they're already getting old, to be able to help them. But then you also have to give room for what? For cohesion, for deliberation, for discussion, for agreement. Understand your child first. Present some things before the child. You are the one that have the history of this child. Don't let your dream and your vision as a parent limit your child. I don't know if you get that. Don't let that. But also find out again the ones they know about themselves, that they are beginning to understand about themselves. Both of you will be able to iron it out and know where they have to go. But this is not the work of one person. And it is not a war. And it is not fight. And the parents should not fight about it. No. Some will tell you that in our family we're always lawyers. Oh, come on, that's good.
Come on.
They even enforce it.
We're always medical doctors. And like you just pointed out, you said something that I love. Because they're the one that pay the bills, so you have to obey them. That's beautiful.
You have to.
Now, also, the child also, I put it to you that the child also have to understand the techniques of communication. You don't allow things to aggravate before you start insisting before your parents. There are some parts in Nigeria where you dare not look at your parents' face and say anything. Whatever your parents said is right.
I know.
Then there are some parts again that you'll be able to look at them and say, I disagree with you, Dad. This is what I want. Okay, if you disagree, come and point it and let's see. I knew a lady who eventually entered into a marriage that she never wanted to enter into, but because the father insisted that you must marry that guy because the guy comes from his place. And this guy was looking, and then she was lost in between. And when I told her, look, you have to do it this way, you know what she said to me? She said, I understand what you're, but nobody has ever disobeyed our father that had it very easy. He will disown you midway. What if I need this man's help along the path? So she settled for what the man wanted. So this is terrible. Now that's marriage. So we're talking about career. Your child is wired with something. And no single person is single talented. You are multi-talented. Let's find out. And then do not also say because one of your brothers failed on a particular career that your son is going to be a failure. That's another thing again. You have to look for where the passion of this child is. You have to make sure that the passion is harnessed, is harvested. Then you have to also push, because when you choose a career for a child, the child might pursue the career but has no energy to pursue, because every career comes with its ups and downs. When there are challenges, are you ready to wait? But what makes a child or a person to hold on when career is not working out well is the passion they have for it, the end that they have seen. So the in-between is not a problem, and they will go through. I don't know if I actually messed up.
You have when she was in school, she doesn't go to where they did not send that. Maybe you did not hear that. That was from our Gen Z host. Let me do my cap very well. I told you we're rounding off the show, right? It's time for me to get gaily. No, this is Gefila. A ship is always safe at shore, but that is not what it's built for. This is from Albert Einstein. And because people see and say, you're glowing, you're going to do well. Some of my friends tell, you're going to be a beautiful next Agbanita record, the new beautiful queen. Just go for modeling. Oh my dear, I will go. Oh no, just take that take that catwalk. And it enters your head. I like, mommy, hey, one name.
And you know what the funniest thing my mom used to do? She would always indulge me. She would call me so many, smile for me, this. But at the end of the day, the same thing you said was what she would do. These are the good sides of being a model. This could also happen to. So weigh your options.
And this was my quote today. And he said, you are not meant to win and relax. A ship is good when you are sure. People will look at, this is beautiful. But you are not supposed to be there for life. You're supposed to move. So when you win, you continue to move. You are not in competition. Just make sure your win is consistent and you keep on going from one level to another. So don't stay on one. I'm beautiful. You can do many things. Our guest there is another beautiful billionaire in this seat. And beautiful birthday shout out goes to all those beautiful people. This is Aisha Adenike from Yusuf Akurede. May the Lord make this new age a beautiful and a splendid one for you. Also to Deacon Chris Okereke. No, Pastor Chris Okereke. Happy birthday to you from Good News Center. and everyone will love you. Temitope Komalafe, happy birthday to you. Keep insuring lives. And also to the CEO of Das Flatcam, happy birthday to you, ma'am. Many more fulfilling new age. And finally to Yetunde Badjomo, happy birthday. As we continue with our discussion this morning, handling career issues with parents. Now, many have gone through the wrong path. They didn't know how to do the presentation with their parents, and they were not patient enough to understand why they are insistent. Sometimes our youth, our Gen Zs, our young ones, believe they are weak. That's why. Do you think parents are weak? You have said a lot about parents, and many like, because they're parents, well, what do you expect? You support the parents now, you know. But I don't want to agree with the 80%. I want to agree.
No, don't mind gratitude.
Mind
That's
me.
Gen Z 80%.
Mind me.
How do you deal with criticism from parents regarding your career?
Okay.
How should we deal with it?
Okay. I want to say this. The child wants fulfillment and expression, room to express what they have and their talents. That's what they want. They want fulfillment. They want satisfaction. They want to do something and said, I am glad I did it. That's what I want. That's what I've always wanted to do. And also, parents should also understand that these children are going through different stages.
True.
Some of them were not allowed to study what they wanted to study because of cut-off mark and no cut-off mark. Thank God for private universities today that are helping out. Most children, you can see a child, they will give the child, go and study this. That's not because you wanted, the child does not want to miss her mates or his mates going into the university or stay at home. They don't know what is going to happen. They will jump in and study whatever. But thank God that you can actually switch along the line. But now, so the parents should know, first of all, that this child wants expression of what they are wired with, what God has wired into them. This one wants expression. At this point, this child might not be thinking about money. They're not thinking about money and the bank account. What they want is to bring out the gift that God has put inside them. It might not be a very usual gift. I take historically, we look at a name that they wanted to give. Was it not John the Baptist? Yes. Nobody has ever bear that name in that. Nobody ever bore that name in that family. And then it was time, and they said his name shall be called John.
Breaking transmission. It was due to one of the things you always see, you know, when you're on beautiful shows like this. So, our Adogu.
Yes.
Yeah, let's continue from where.
Okay, beautiful. So it's like bringing two parties, you know, to the table for conflict resolution. So the child wants to fulfill dreams, wants to fulfill aspiration, want to fulfill vision. The parents want security, want a child that is not confused, want the one that will not bring shame to the family, want the one that will not do what has not been done before so they don't struggle so much and all that. But some parents are actually blessed with children that have very big destiny, bigger than them, things that they've never done before. And I will advise some parents this: when you see the way your child is going, go and get some materials and study about things to be able to equip yourself in helping that child. Some children outgrow their parents in their teen. What do I mean by this? They outgrow their parents and their parents cannot even make, you know, meaningful contribution into the life of this child at a very early stage. You see a parent that did not develop themselves. The certificate they came out with 40 years ago from school is where they are. They've never read any other book. So if you really know you want your product to come out well and you want your children to come out better, improve yourself so that you'll be there in the life of your child when they are trying to make some vital decisions about life. And not that they are trying to make decisions, you now tell them to go and see so and so, to go and see so and so. Those people might be able to, but they don't know the child like you know the child. So you have some input, but you don't know how to communicate. So the child needs fulfillment. The child needs satisfaction. The child needs expression. Where the parents also need security. You know, I don't know whether you understand what I'm talking about. So they don't want security, so that when they are going to be saying, you know, some of us that are parents, you know what it is like. This one will come out in a forum, and then some of the friends you grew up with, and they will say, "Oh man, what about your son?" Some people will do it just to put you on the back seat. You know, say, "Oh, my son is in Canada. Oh, that's great." Whether the boy is in Canada doing kabu kabu, nobody knows. They just want to know that he's out there. What about your? Oh, he's in Louisiana. Oh, that's great. You've done so well. Then you now really need to, one is in Chicago, one is, you know, parents. they do well, now with a talk. No be say where they dey. You understand? Some again we push their children as a liability out of that place into that space where nobody is there to help them. So what I'm trying to say is that find out, develop yourself as parents to be able to feature in the life of your children while they are growing up and stay there for a long time. Not that they outgrow you very early. Now understand these children also and understand that you are in a very different season, different time where you have to be able to cope. A lot of things that you know are no more what it used to be. Well, today is being encouraged. You know, we grew up. I wanted to do business for a long time. Yes, I wanted it. And then we were growing up that time where it was not possible to study it in school. That even when to study business administration does not make you a successful business person. Okay, then we now had to, find our way, then all that, and then start climbing through the academic ladder. And then we came from something from the streets. Okay, and then we were able to merge it with the theories and the models that we got in school, and we're able to blend it, and then it's coming out even better than most of you understand what I'm trying to say? So parents should be able to develop themselves to be in the life of their children. And see, I do not support parenting by proxy or creating distance between your children. And when they now want to make life decision, you show up. They will look at you as a law enforcement agent. You want to enforce your, they will reject it. But if you've been with them and you communicate with them and you deliberate with them and you are there while they're struggling and all that, and you know a lot of things about them, they will see that, look, we understand. Then you understand what I'm trying to say. So you also, the security thing you're talking about, when a child finds their purpose and pursue their dream, they will be secured.
They will be secured.
They will be secured.
Okay.
They will be fulfilled. They will be. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Parents, you don't stop growing because you've given birth to children. Develop yourself to be in the life of your children. I mean, to be there, because it's also difficult like this now. I'm sure we all ate this morning. Yes, we all ate. But when you open your locker to prepare the meal, okay, you ate yesterday, it's okay, because I don't want to say. So when you open your locker to prepare the meal for what you're going to eat, if everything is there, it's okay for you. So that's how it is. When your parent has a lot of qualities that you need, and they provide it for you at
matching up energy.
Yes, and then you are able to get there.
Okay, I told you we'll be leaving this couch very soon. It's been another wonderful time with Godwin Robinson. I call him Bishop. He's Odogu and GNR. Yeah, Odogu GNR. I got that right now. And like I say, I'm sure you are not having your plates, still having any meal. Everything is empty. Because they talk, they just carry the food. Carry the food. Now the plate is empty. You don't fill your tummy. And your head is also loaded with wisdom and more knowledge and understanding of how you can actually manage to sit down with your parent, and your parents also sit down with you. In short, if you want to discuss anything in your career, just make sure you have a very beautiful couch or cushion that they can sit down and relax and say, Daddy, it's time for us to discuss. Put something he likes in front of him so that while he's talking, he's also chewing. And you know everything will go smoothly. Like one of my colleagues will say, it's another beautiful week, and I'm sure you've had a wonderful time. I want to say thank you to
Thank you.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
GNR.
My pleasure.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Thank you.